Hello, For Life. We're excited to be here on Product Talk, here with Dr. Brent Vaughan. I'm Shane Lefler, Director of Product Development. We are going to talk today about Immune System Health Series. As you can tell, it's going to be a rather large series. We're going to talk a lot about our core immune products. So to kind of get us started, we want to talk a little bit about the immune system and what it's comprised of. To kind of simplify, all cells within our body start out in the bone marrow, particularly within the larger bones in our body. So things like our femurs, as well as the larger bones of your arms and your legs. So the benefit with that is that the immune system generates there, and depending upon where they come out to will depend on what kind of immune cell they become. Whether they become a T cell or a B cell or natural killer cell or macrophage, all of those start within the bone marrow. They are then directed basically by the circulatory system to where they need to go. So if it becomes a T cell, it'll go to the thymus to be educated there. So at that point, the body can kind of begin differentiating what these cells do. It uses the circulatory system to move throughout the body, because the immune system is everywhere within our body, whether it's in our brains or down at our toes. The immune system has to be able to move. It also utilizes a system called the lymph system, which is a secondary circulatory system that pulls whatever fluids come out of the circulatory system back up into the main cardiovascular system. So with that, turn it over to Dr. Brent Vaughan. He'll talk a little more about those immune cells.
So some of you have probably experienced the lymph system firsthand. Whenever you kind of get sick, you'll sometimes feel a swelling in your throat, sometimes under your arms. Those are your lymph nodes. Now these are areas in the lymph system that have a high concentration of immune cells. And when your immune system comes in contact with something that it recognizes as foreign, potentially harmful to you, it will transmit that message to all those cells within that node. It will begin dividing, and you'll have lots and lots of cells suddenly created in response to that pathogen or whatever it might be. And that causes your nodes to swell. So that's where you'll feel that swelling in your throat or that tightness in there is your immune system responding to some kind of an infection. And so you have, as Shane mentioned, a number of different types of immune cells. The T cells and the B cells are the two we talk about the most. And they're kind of your soldiers of the immune system, the T cells in particular. They spend a lot of time in direct response to whatever an infectious agent might be that you've been exposed to. The B cells are kind of there as your memory and what they call a humoral response. And that just refers to kind of liquids or fluids type of a thing. And that's your antibodies for the most part. So after you've been exposed to something, your body will remember that and it'll produce antibodies down the road, which then help to both mark those invading cells as well as to activate some of your other immune cells to help hasten the immune response. Now your T cells, again, kind of that first line of defense. You have other cells like your neutrophils and natural killer cells or NK cells. Those are kind of your first responders. Now, whether it be something like an infection, so your NK cells are highly involved in dealing with those type of immune challenges. You also have things like basophils, which can be converted into a special type of cell, which produces a lot of the stuff that cause some of the symptoms when they are misdirected or overactive. And you have dozens of different types of immune cells all working in coordination to help maintain your health. And it's when you get an imbalance in that overall response or in individual cell types that we get sick. If you have reduced immune cells, that white blood cell count that Shane mentioned, when that gets low, you are more susceptible to illness. And so maintaining the health of the immune system not only maintains your overall health, but it affects every other aspect of your body. And so with that, we kind of wrap up our segment here on the basics of the immune system. Come back with us next week when we're going to talk about the Transfer Factor Classic and the immune spray products. We'll see you then.
See you later.